Can matter change its state? Yes, it changes. We all know that the water can exist in three states of matter: solid as ice, liquid as water, and gas as water vapor. What happens inside the matter during this change of state? What happens to the particles of matter during the change of states? How does this change of state take place? In order to find out answer for these questions, let us do an activity, that is effect of change of temperature. Activity 1.12. Look at the picture. The A part shows the conversion of ice to water and B shows the conversion of water to water vapor. Let us do the activity. For that, take a beaker and put some ice cubes in it. With the help of iron stand, suspend a laboratory thermometer in such a way that its bulb touches the ice. Start heating the beaker on a low flame. Record the temperature when the ice starts melting and the temperature when all ice converts into water. Take another beaker and add 150 ml of water into it. Heat the beaker containing water till it starts boiling. Stir the water with glass rod while boiling. Record the temperature till the most of the water gets vaporized. On heating, that is, on increasing the temperature of solids, that is ice, the kinetic energy of the particles increases. Due to this increase in kinetic energy, the particle starts vibrating. On further heating, the energy supplied by heat is used to overcome the force of attraction between the particles. Then the particles start moving freely. At a particular stage, the solid melts and it is converted to a liquid. The temperature at which solid melts to become a liquid at atmospheric pressure is called melting point. You know, the melting point of ice is 273 Kelvin, which is equal to 0 degree Celsius. The melting point of a solid is an interaction of the strength of the force of attraction between its particles. The process of melting, that is change of a solid into liquid state, is also known as fusion. When a solid melts, its temperature remains the same. So where does the heat energy go? The heat gets used up in changing the state by overcoming the forces of attraction between the particles. Observe the heat energy, no rise in the temperature. That is, it gets hidden, that is latent. What is latent heat of fusion? The amount of heat energy required to change 1 kg of solid into liquid at atmospheric pressure at its melting point without changing its temperature is called latent heat of fusion. The solid becomes water, that is liquid. When we supply heat energy to water, the particles start moving at a particular temperature. The particles have enough energy to break the forces of attraction between them. At this temperature, the liquid starts changing into gas. So, boiling point is the temperature at which any substance starts boiling, or the temperature at which the rate of vaporization of the given liquid becomes maximum. You know that the boiling point of water is 373 Kelvin, which is equal to 273 plus 100, or otherwise 100 degree Celsius. The boiling is a bulk phenomenon. The particles from the bulk of the liquid gain enough energy to change into the vapor state. Now, can you define the latent heat of vaporization? Yes, it is the amount of heat required to convert 1 kg of liquid into gaseous state at atmospheric pressure without changing its temperature at its boiling point. Heat energy. Further heating the water, the heat energy is used to change the state of the matter. From the above activity, we conclude that the state of matter can be changed into another state by changing the temperature. Generally, we observe that on heating, the solid first converts into liquid and then into vapor. The process in which a solid directly converts into gaseous state on heating or vice versa on cooling without changing into liquid state is called sublimation. The solids which can show the sublimation are called sublime. Solid obtained due to the sublimation is called sublimate. What happens when we leave the camphor or naphthalene, that is mothballs, in open space for some time? They disappear. Why? Because these materials have a unique property due to which they are directly converted into gaseous state without changing into liquid state when they exposed to air. This process is called sublimation. The following activity explains the sublimation. You take some camphor or ammonium chloride, crush it and put it in a china dish. Put an inverted funnel over the china dish. Put a cotton plug on the stem of the funnel as shown in figure 1.7. Now, heat it slowly and observe. What do you infer from the above activity? On heating, ammonium chloride or camphor directly changes into white vapor. The vapor gets condensed in the cooler portion of the funnel, that is narrow end, to give camphor or ammonium chloride, that is sublimate. From the above activity, we conclude that ammonium chloride or camphor directly changes into vapor is a sublimable substance which can be converted from solid state into gaseous form and from gaseous form into solid state directly. Students, read the questions, try to write answers for the questions and check your answers with the given answers.